Good afternoon, everybody. Little quick video here to show you how to input a behavioral referral. There's some things that are going on that we need to address for those who have been putting them in. Let's just jump right into this. So the first thing you'll need to do is change your Infinite Campus from instruction mode to the campus tools. And so you're going to see this sidebar, and what you're looking for, since it's a behavior referral, you're going under behavior, just click on behavior referral, and that will take you to this screen. So when you're adding a new one in for a student, just click on the new. And this is pretty self-explanatory, but there's some nuances that we need to deal with in there. This will be a discipline referral. That's really your only other option there. Make sure you have the correct date and the administrator that this goes to. Now I'm going to do one on my daughter because, well, she's my daughter. So her administrator is Miss Bowden or Mrs. Walters. Now the title for this one, we're going to make third tardy. And when it's tardies, this is really all you need to put in. You don't need to put in a lot of descriptors. And that will actually make things easier on the administrators as well. Time classifier, since this is a tardy, we're going to do this before class. Time description, again, it's a tardy, so what hour goes in here. So let's say this is first hour that she is tardy to. And then location is going to be classroom. Location description then would be the classroom number. So I'll just use my office, except it's 111. Okay, there we go. And then in details, all you have to put in here is, if you're doing tardies, just put in third tardy and whether or not you've called home. So obviously, since it's me, the phone call has been made to myself. Now, this is where most of you have done this, and it's very straightforward up to this point. Where mistakes have come in is people who've put them in but haven't heard anything back. It's because you haven't added the event participant. And this is the key piece. So event type, now this is extremely important that you get this one right. Do not use truancy for this. It is very important. Once you hit truancy, that sets off a whole string of events that we don't want to get into. That's an administrative piece that you do not want to get into. So this is simply a behavior. So tardies and absences, that's simply a behavior. Use that. So then we don't have to worry about the services because we don't have to worry about a victim and offender. The incident type, you're going to go down until you find tardies. Now this is toward the bottom, and move my screen up here. Do not use truancy. What you're going to use is code 5130, cumulative tardies. And you can add a note here if you want that it's the third tardy or the fifth or seventh. It doesn't matter. Just put that in there. That's all the administration needs on tardies. Now, reporter type, that's you, your professional staff. Do not worry about this one if there is no bullying in terms of the bullying harassment. Now, these are tardies, so these actually do qualify under minor, even though it is an accumulated. So put them in as a minor. And then we need to filter students. Now this is the key piece right here, is you need to put that student's name in. And so since we're working with my daughter, it's Elora Neff. And once we hit search, that will bring up her information. And then she is the offender. And since she's the only one, we don't have to worry about that. And then all you have to do is hit Save Draft. Once the draft is saved, then you're going to hit Submit. And so once you hit Submit, that's going to trigger an email to the administrators. It doesn't take long to do this on the behavior referrals for tardies. And even if you're doing a behavior referral for something like fighting or disrespectful attitude in class or walking out of class, those kind of things, the only thing I would suggest here is that in the description, put the behavior, when you describe the behavior, describe it in the third person. Also, describe the events that took place 20 to 30 seconds before that behavior occurred. So that way you get the full context of the event. And that's all there is to it. If there's any other questions, you can ask Crystal Kleiner, myself, or any of the administrators. They'll happily walk you through that process. Thanks, guys.